Thomas and friends, making tracks to great destinations.
Dear Christopher, here is your friend Thomas the Tank Engine. He wanted to come out of his station yard and see the world. These stories tell you how he did it. I hope you will like them because you helped me to make them. Your loving Daddy.
The island of Sodor is surrounded by beautiful blue sea. It has fields of green and sandy yellow beaches. There are rivers, streams, and lots of trees where the birds sing. There are windmills and a coal mine and docks where visitors to the island arrive. The island also has lots and lots of railway lines. Who's that puffing down the track? It's Thomas. Hello, Thomas. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the island of Sodor.
The engine failure. The engines on the island of Sodor like being busy. Sometimes when they overwork themselves, their pistons broke down. And then they will have to go to the works to be fixed. One afternoon, Gordon was resting in Vickerstown getting ready for his next journey. The express was late, and he was determined to make up the lost time along the return trip. Suddenly, there was a loud or familiar horn that echoed through the station. It was Diesel. He had just came back from the works. Diesel, said Gordon. Finally back from the works, I see. Oh, yes, said Diesel. Hopefully I'll stop overheating now. Ah, Diesel, it's good to see you again, said Sir Topham. Stanley, Rosie can use some help at the shunter yards. Yes, sir, said Diesel. I'll go set off right now then. Well, I can't allow that, said Sir Topham, because you don't have clearance to go down the line. Well, what if I double-headed the express with Gordon then? Gordon was appalled. Double-head the express for the Diesel? Steam engines do it all the time on the mainland, said Diesel. Why can't you, Gordon? I think that's a splendid idea, said Sir Topham. Unfortunately for Gordon, Diesel ran around the front and was coupled between him and to his express train. When the guard's whistle blew, they set off. The journey was no trouble at first until they reached Gordon's Hill. Gordon's Hill was steep, but Diesel kept on going. Pull hard, called Gordon as Diesel pulled up. Diesel had pulled and he needed to. Gordon felt his front cufflink tighten and he was pulled by Diesel. Take it easy up there, he shouted. We're almost at the top, Diesel replied. Then it happened. Diesel's engine coughed, spluttered, stopped. Smoke began to bellow everywhere. Gordon bumped into Diesel so that he could pull all the way up to the top. But his wheels were slipping And shortly afterwards, they made it back down to where they had started. Oh dear, my engine. Sorry, Gordon. Oh, this is ridiculous, fumed Gordon. Out of all the times the engine is breaking down, now I'm late. Diesel felt terrible. Luckily, Edward came to help. He buffed up to the back, and the engines were able to finish their journey. The express was later than ever, and the passengers were furious. Diesel was shunted in one of the signs by Knapford, while Gordon puffed crossly past. Then Edward puffed alongside Diesel. "What's the matter?" he asked. "I thought you were all fixed up." "I thought I was too," said Diesel. "The man and crew gave me a new engine and a complete new overhaul." "I thought my overheating troubles would be over, but I was wrong." Edward thought for a moment. "I have a feeling that you were pulling too hard and did over more work than you ever can handle." "I don't think so, Edward," said Diesel. "I felt for scrap. Scrap that I need to, anyway." "Now don't talk like that, Diesel," said Edward. "You're not the only one that has engine problems. For me, I had engine problems when I first came to Sodor. And so does Henry. You could ask him." Then Edward's driver popped out of his cab. "Come on, Edward. You have a train to pull." "I have to get going with my train," said Edward. "Goodbye, Diesel. Remember what I said?" And Edward puffed away. Diesel thought for a moment, but he had a little hope left. The next day, he was taken to the works on Henry's goods train. Then Henry arrived. "Hello, Diesel," said Henry. "This is a strange-looking truck. You won't be playing tricks on me, will you?" Diesel chuckled quietly to himself. "Only teasing, Diesel. You have broken down, right?" "Yep, I have broken down, Henry. I am a failed engine. Failed engine to be scrapped, you know." "You're not a failed engine," said Henry. "You're just having some engine problems. Nothing that can't be fixed." "You know," said Henry, "when I first came to Sodor, I thought I was a failure engine myself." "You," said Diesel, "but you're so strong and fast and..." Diesel's voice trailed off in wonderment. "I was once an experimental engine, a mix of two engines, if you will. I couldn't make any steam, and I felt very weak. But Sir Topham Hatt did everything to make me powerful again. Now I'm stronger than ever, and everyone thinks that I'm a really useful engine again." Diesel was impressed. "You'll get better too, Diesel," said Henry. "You just gotta find something what's best for you." "I don't think anything does," Diesel said goodbye sadly. "Crew at my diesel works couldn't fix me as well." "Well, if there's any engine that can really fix engines, such as people, you can always find yourself to the steamworks, where you can get fixed. And they also have diesel parts too." "Really?" said Diesel. "I didn't know this." "Trust me, Diesel, you'll love this." "Hello there," said a nice man. "What's happened here?" Hi, workman, said Henry. This is Diesel, a friend of mine. He has been overheating. Do you think you could get him a fix? Of course I can, said the nice workman. I have some Diesel parts here too. Suddenly, Diesel knew that Henry was right. Don't worry, Diesel, said Henry. You'll love this by the time you get fixed, he said as he puffed away. I hope so, said Diesel, but he was still rather nervous. The workman had set to work and repaired Diesel as best as he could. By the time he was finished, Diesel's engine was fired up and he was back to work. But the workman was anxious. Diesel soon arrived at Knapper Station where Sir Topham Hatt was waiting. Diesel, good to see you again. How are you feeling? I feel all right, sir, said Diesel, and I'm ready to get back to work again. Well, that's a good Diesel. Now, for your first job, can you take these empty coal trucks to the coaling plant and fill up with coal? And bring it back to the yard so that the steam engine can have coal? Yes, sir, said Diesel. I'll get onto that right away. Diesel was coupled onto the train. Then Emily chimed in. I hope everything goes well for you, Diesel, she said sweetly. Do you need any help? No, thank you, Emily, said Diesel. I think I can handle this without having my engine problems again. But I'm sure I can manage. Well, okay, said Emily. See you later. And Diesel rolled away. Diesel was at the coaling plant filled up with coal. He was soon on his way back to Knapper when trouble began. Gordon has broken down with the express, said the workman, and he is broke down on the main line. Diesel thought for a moment about the passengers. He had also thought about Gordon, and he had soon also thought about his engine problems. But he don't want that to happen again, so he decided to make a decision. I'll go and help, said Diesel. And even if my engine problems get breakdown, I do not care. And Diesel rolled away to help. Gordon was grumbling when Diesel arrived. Hello, Gordon, said Diesel. I've come to help push again. There's no use at all. You'll get your engine broke down if you ask me. But Diesel didn't listen. He buckled up and soon pushed as hard as he could. His wheels were slipping, but he kept on going. Diesel struggled up the hill, but while he was doing that, his engine started to make an awful noise. Diesel, stop, called his driver, but Diesel couldn't listen. He just kept on going. I'll get to the station even if it breaks me down again, Diesel grumbled as he pushed the coaches and Gordon. Meanwhile, Thomas was puffing past with Annie and Clarabelle and saw Diesel pushing Gordon and the train. He started cheering for him. You can do it, Diesel, said Thomas. Come on, I know you can. With Thomas cheering for Diesel, this made Diesel smile. As soon he made it up Gordon's hill, and the whole train began to move. Soon, the whole train arrived at Knapper Station when Diesel's engine began to stop in good fashion. Smoke bellowed everywhere. Percy quickly took Diesel to the siding so that Gordon's passengers can get off safely. While that was done, Henry took Gordon to the works. Later, Sir Topham Hatt and a smartly dressed passenger came to see Diesel. Thank you for your hard work today, Diesel. I am very proud of you. Now we shall have to get that engine of yours fixed. Spare the thought, sir, said Diesel sadly. It's good for scrap, as I told the other engines. Nonsense, Diesel. This man is from the other railway, and he knows exactly what to do to fix engines. Sounds to me, Sir Topham, that this engine needs a completely new overhaul and a new rebuild. We'll make him as good as new again. Diesel was delighted. He had never was so happy in his life. Oh, sir, thank you, sir. I will definitely won't have any engine problems once more again. When Diesel came home, he had never had any engine problems. And when an engine needs help or broke down, Diesel is always here to help. And Edward still helps engines after all. But Diesel is glad to be on the island of Sodor and never have any engine problems ever again.
Percy, Diesel, and James all want to go to the washdown, but Emily is blocking their way. She will have to move before any of them can get there. Who do you think will get to the washdown first? Here comes James, but how will he get Emily to move? He's blowing his whistle at her as loudly as he can. That's not very kind. Emily doesn't move, so James can't get to the washdown. Now Diesel is going to try. What will he do to get Emily to move? Diesel is trying to shunt Emily out of the way. That's not very kind at all, and it isn't working. Emily has put on her brakes even harder, so Diesel can't get to the washdown either. Here comes Percy. What do you think he will do? Percy isn't whistling or trying to shunt Emily out of the way. He's asking her kindly, "Would you mind moving, please, Emily?" It's worked. Emily is moving into the siding. Percy will be first to the washdown, and all because he asked kindly. The island of Sodor is a wonderful place. There are lots and lots of engines. Who's that puffing along the track? It's Diesel. Diesel is a diesel engine. He runs on diesel oil, not coal. Diesel is very proud to be the first diesel engine to arrive on the island of Sodor. He's black, with 6 wheels, and is sometimes called Devious Diesel. He enjoys telling Steamies that soon they'll all be sent to the scrapyard. One day, Diesel was at the quarry. Thomas arrived to help. Diesel decided to tease Thomas. First, he shunted Thomas under the hopper. He told Thomas he was a stinky steamy. Then Diesel told Thomas that Sir Topham Hatt was thinking of scrapping Steamies. Thomas was worried, and that made Diesel laugh. The next day, Salty arrived with new fuel from the mainland. Diesel was very excited. The new fuel made his axles tingle, He revved his engine faster and faster. He wanted Thomas to see he was the fastest engine in the world. Suddenly, Diesel's engine coughed. Then it started to splutter. Black, smelly smoke billowed from his exhaust. The yard manager said it was the new fuel. Water must have leaked into the tanks. Diesel felt very sick. He couldn't do anything. Worse, Diesel had to wait to be rescued. Thomas arrived with some new fuel. When his tank was filled, Diesel's engine whirred and purred perfectly. Diesel thanked Thomas for making him feel better. Even Diesel likes to be really useful. One day, Diesel met Emily at the water tower. Emily was to pick up special passenger cars for Gordon. Diesel wanted to tell Emily something important. But she whooshed away huffily. When Emily arrived to pick up the cars, Diesel had taken them. Emily chased Diesel all over the island. Diesel was fast, and Diesel was devious. Emily couldn't catch him. Until finally Diesel's engine broke down. It was too old. Diesel told Emily he had taken the cars because he was upset. Gordon wasn't the only one to set a record. Diesel had set a record too. He had shunted more freight cars in one day than any other Diesel. Emily wanted Diesel to have a prize. So later, she puffed in with a brand new engine. Diesel was so happy, he forgot to be oily. So Topham Hatt and all his engines wanted Diesel to know he was special. Diesel had never felt special before. He even started to think that maybe Steamies weren't so bad after all.